Hello and welcome to my
end of week chat
about F1. In this video, we will be discussing what Mercedes' plans are with George Russell, whether Force India / Racing Point will be a top team by the end of 2024, and who out of Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen will get the most championships. Remember, this is just speculation. I've done utterly no research for this video. I am just guessing off the top of my head. So let's start things off with my favourite one. Whether Racing Point will be a championship winning team by the end of 2024. So my answer is possibly yes, as Racing Point have been a successful team in the past. And with the new 2021 regulation and a massive new budget cap, it could possibly jump right up to the top and take advantage of this situation. It is true that their previous success has been under the name Force India, as most of the people from Force India were kept on, making them effectively the same team, just without Vijay Mallya being their CEO and boss. I do believe Checo could be a good top team driver, but I am not so sure about Lance Stroll, as he's not proved very much in his short time with F1. So my answer is yes, I do believe that Force India Racing Point could be a top team by 2024. And now, get ready for my next question. It is, what are Mercedes' plans for George Russell? As even though Williams say that he is a long-term driver for them, I do not believe it for 1 second. As with Mercedes on the horizon, and with the sheer amount of talent the guy has, I believe there is no way that he will not find himself into a Mercedes drive. Because even though we'd love to believe it, Lewis Hamilton will not be in F1 forever, because one day he will have to move on, and that very day they will be looking for a new number 1 driver who will either come in the name of George Russell or Esteban Ocon. And even though I love Esteban, he has been out of F1 for 1 year. And that same year, George Russell has been racing for the Rocket Williams team, even if he has been at the back of the grid. But even though I am pretty sure that George Russell is a massive talent, we have never seen him race against anybody except Robert Kubica in Formula 1. I know you're going to say he's got in the mix a bit more towards the end of the year, but that still isn't enough to go off, as even if Esteban Ocon never beat Sergio Perez, we did still see him way up in the mix of the midfield. And I'm not trying to rant at either driver and think they both deserve that seat. I'm not sure that that is enough to go off. My answer is both of them. They will both end up going into Mercedes, sort of like a Lewis Hamilton-Nico Rosberg relationship, and will be the next good rivalry in the Mercedes AMG Petronas Motorsport team. Moving on to the rivalry and amount of championships that both Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc will get. Starting with Charles Leclerc. I believe Charles Leclerc is a great F1 driver and has massive championship potential. But as much as Max Verstappen, remembering Max Verstappen came up about the age 16, 17, I can't quite remember. I think Charles Leclerc is probably the weaker of the two. But then again, he has spent less time in F1. And I don't think this is quite fair, but I do have to do it. I think at the moment Charles Leclerc isn't quite as good as Max Verstappen, but look at Max when he came through. he wasn't as good as Leclerc when he came through. But then he was 16, so we can't really judge. So I'm going to say that Charles Leclerc is going to have 5 World Championships. And Max Verstappen will have 10, just because we've seen more of Max Verstappen than Charles Leclerc. So, drum roll please. I believe Charles Leclerc will have 5 championships. A massive round of applause for Charles Leclerc. And Max Verstappen will have 10. Give him a cheer please. Anyway, we've run out of time for this video. So, with a massive goodbye from me, I would love you to subscribe to my channel and click the like button for my video. As I'm a new YouTuber, it would be a lot of help. Sorry for that. Anyway, Ben out.